And today's challenge is going to be to replace this dulled out chainsaw chain on this Stihl HT 132 long pole saw. It's a really great device, but like any chainsaw, once the blades are worn off, the little teeth are worn off on this, they are really hard to use. So let's get started on that. Okay, since you're going to want to have the chain in stock when you start this job, the first thing to do is determine which chain you need. There's a couple ways to do that. In this case, you can wipe off the debris that you've created cutting wood, and you can read the part number on the actual bar, so you can look that up online, find the appropriate length and other spec for your chain. One of the other things, as far as just the length goes, it's never a bad idea to just measure it. In this case, you can see it comes out about 13 inches total length. And what you're going to want to do there is just round up to the nearest full inch. So in this case, it tells you you're going to want a 14-inch chain, which happens to be exactly what I got to put on this. All right, and the first thing to do is probably get it a little cleaner than it's starting out right now. You know, this doesn't have to be surgically clean, but you really don't want to have to deal with that much dirt inside the mechanism when you reassemble it. So knock the worst of it off, and we'll clean it further as we get down deeper. Next step is to find the appropriate tool. If you've got the one that comes with it, that would be great. Just makes it that much simpler. Otherwise, just find the appropriate socket to take off your particular nut that holds the adjustment in place. All right, and once you get that off, you can just take. Obviously, folks, I'm going to go walk this over to the trash can and scrape it out and start getting the rest of this cleaned up. Okay, that's a lot better. You'll notice I didn't go to great lengths to get all the little corners out because, believe me, folks, 10 seconds into operating this thing next time, it's going to get all that back and more. So that's 100 times better than it was. So now we can go ahead and we can remove the chain. Just lift this up. And the other thing you're going to want to do is do yourself a favor and kind of notice which way the chain is aligned, which way the teeth line up, where the sharp edge of the teeth and the dull edge is. You'll see the sharp edge is facing forward on the top side. So that can be your point of reference. And you can do yourself a favor, you can just lay the old chain out here in the same configuration, so that whenever you get the new one, if you need to double check, you can. And it's now time to go ahead and clean up the inside of this. I won't make you watch because that ain't rocket science, folks. Alright, I used a flat screwdriver to clean out some of the nooks and crannies. I'm going to give the whole thing a little light lubrication, just also to help clean it up. I'm going to do the same with the saw blade, the bar itself. And I'm going to run a little bit of lube down the inside of the rollers, which is just going to help keep them happy. Okay, that lube inside this bar is just going to help keep those rollers happy, keep your chain working better, lasting longer, and keep you from having to replace this prematurely. Also, you want to make sure you put it on the same way. It can possibly go on either way, but I'm not going to take that chance. Go ahead and put it back exactly like it was. All right. And we're ready to mount the new chain now that we've got everything cleaned up and pre-lubed. All right, and I open just the top of this so I can extract the top chain and hang this back up in my workshop storage area where I can rewrite pole saw on the top. So I kind of wiped it off. So I'll know what this is going forward. Okay, and just a little procedural point. This little hole here, and you'll notice there's one on this side, is the hole that the lubricant flows into to lubricate the chain as it goes around. Very important. I'm not sure all bars are going to have one of these on both sides. You'll want this facing out because the actual route for the oil is on the cover, not inside here. So the oil comes out of a port up here, travels around, gets through here to the to this little hole. So another thing you're going to want to do before you put the new chainsaw chain on with the bar is to move the adjuster, turn it clockwise to move it toward the rear of the device here, because what that does is it's going to effectively shorten the length of the bar, because trust me, the new chain is shorter than the old chain. That's not because they stretch, but it's because the rollers wear, and it gives it, it lets the chain lengthen, although there's no metal stretching here, trust me folks. So now we just have to get the new chain mounted on the bar, which should be fairly straightforward. And then we can slide it in place, get it around the sprocket on the back, and drop it onto the adjuster. Now it will have to be adjusted a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and give it just a little bit of a turn back to the outside just to help hold it in place so it doesn't get loose enough to fall off. And at this point I should be able to put the top cover back on. Once you have the cover mounted loosely, you're going to want to get the tension on the chainsaw correct, and that's actually pretty close. But you don't want it to be super snug, but you definitely want to have a little bit of play all around. Make sure that it is seated fully in there, in the groove all the way around. All right, I'm going to call that good. And at that point, you can tighten down the nut with your tool or your socket, whatever you happen to be using, or even an adjustable wrench will work. And once you're done with that, it would be a good idea to go ahead and take this time to pop the oil reservoir cap and check the level of oil to make sure your chainsaw is ready to wear out the new chain as soon as you possibly can.